Sasquatch has 48 original songs, and in today's video I'm going to be tier listing them all. Well, I don't actually have a tier list, but I'm going to give them a ranking from S tier all the way down to D tier. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's get started. Sneaky Sasquatch is one of the songs I just think of when I think of the game. It's a classic, and so I have to put it in S tier. Radio Jams is a little repetitive for my liking, but I also think it's an iconic track for Sneaky Sasquatch. If you played the game, then you've heard Radio Jams. It's the top of A tier in my opinion. The Greatest Outdoors is top of S tier, and the reason is simple. I think I could listen to it in the background and never get tired of it. It's subtle enough that it isn't distracting, but it's also a great song. Bad News Bear is also one of my favorites. I'm going to put it at the top of S tier, because while Radio Jams is great, this song is just as iconic, and I know when I hear it, a new story has been released, so the association makes it even better. Piddle Paddle Let's Get Addle is an S tier song. It's one that could just be listened to on repeat. It's an S tier for similar reasons to Greatest Outdoors. I like it a lot. Rainy Day is a good song, but the problem I have with it is that you only hear the song when it rains. And I don't like rain in Sneaky Sasquatch because functionally it does nothing. I mean, it allows you to do drift races and mushroom hunt and fish, but two of those three things don't really matter once you max out the particular stats, and the drift races aren't something I usually do. But I like the song, so the fact that I can listen to it anytime makes it an A tier. Day at the Races is the first B tier song. Not that any of these songs are bad, I just think that Day at the Races is a good background track, but I doubt that I will choose to listen to it outside of when the game normally plays it. Similarly, Gotta Go Fast is a bottom of A tier song because while it stands out and I might choose to listen to it, it's not going to be picked very often. It's just not one of my favorites, but it's above B tier because I might choose to listen to it occasionally. Spooky Cave is one of the songs on this list that is seasonal, and so in my opinion, because I won't choose to listen to this track unless it's Halloween, I'm putting it in C tier. It's cool we get to collect it, but outside of Halloween, is anyone really listening to it? Ranger Danger is an A tier song, because it's a classic, and while I don't love being chased by the Rangers, we at least get a good song in the background. Where You Headed is a chill song to have in the background while playing, and I enjoy it. A tier. Is this really what people do all day? Is the R-Corp theme, and honestly it's pretty good, but I think it works best in the setting of R-Corp. I don't think this is one of the songs I'm going to be listening to outside of R-Corp, so I'll put it in B tier. Totally Reasonable Prices is a song I would put on casually while playing, and it's going in S tier. This song is somewhat repetitive, but it isn't something that would annoy me if I had it on loop. Sasquatch Valley is another S tier song, because like all my S tiers, it is something that can be played on loop and never get old to me. Well, almost never get old to me. These next few songs are all from the arcade, and we're starting with Parking Master. I personally think this is an A tier song. I will likely only be listening to it on occasion, but it's still good. Hurdle Jumper is the second C tier song of the video. While some people may like this song, I do not. It's not D tier only because I think it fits the game that it belongs to. That being said, I also really dislike Hurdle Jumper, so this is the bottom of C tier. I know Arcade Simulator's music is something that should fit into what I consider S tier for this list. It's a more chill song and many people have probably enjoyed it passively, but if you haven't been able to tell, none of the arcade games are going to get anything above an A tier, and this song is no exception. I'm putting it in B tier because I think it's fine for the game, but I don't really like it as much as Parking Master music. Widgets and Doodads is a fine song, but it's not one of my favorites. Still, I really shouldn't put in anything lower than A tier, since I would probably still choose to listen to it at some point. Road Trip is somewhere near the top of S tier. I love this song, and even if I wouldn't want it on a loop, I definitely want it on my playlist, and I think it's one of the best songs in the game. Sasquatch Mountain is one of the few songs I would put in B tier because I like it, but I don't like it nearly as much as some of the A tier songs. It is chill and it should be my type of song, but it doesn't feel as fun to listen to, so it's going at the top of B tier. Free Ski is an S tier song. I like this song and I also think it fits well with how it's used in the game. The song plays when you ski, and I just think it's perfect for the vibe for skiing in Sneaky Sasquatch. Hot Cocoa is also an S tier song. I mean, just listen to its soothing melody. It's amazing.
Maybe it's because I never go golfing, but the Windy Pines soundtrack is like an upper B tier to me. Not because I don't like the song, but just because I feel like there are a lot of songs I like more. Let's Do Crimes, if I'm not mistaken, is the song that plays when you beat the R-Corp storyline. I think this one might be an A tier because I think it's a cool song, and personally, it's a good song for robbing the port. Sunscreen is the next song, and it's a definitive S tier. It's a really good song, and it's going on my playlist. The Ocean is a C tier song. I just don't like it very much. It's not bad, but I'm not going to listen to it, and I don't mind hearing it because I only hear it for a few moments at a time when I'm boating in the ocean. Surfin' Bros is a B tier song because it fits really well with surfing or if you're being chased by the Island Ranger. But outside of a few occasions, I just don't see myself listening to it. Everybody's Favorite Place to Be is an okay song. I don't mind it. But again, I only really don't mind it because the only time I listen to it is when I check Shop Bonanza.
C tier.
In the Doghouse is the next song, and I think it's a cute song. I think it's clever how they put dogs barking as part of the beat. And knowing that Huey is a big part of the Sneaky Sasquatch community, I think this song is special. Unfortunately, I also can't stand it, and I will never be choosing to listen to it unless I need to get a screenshot inside of Huey's doghouse for some reason. And even then, I'll probably just put on a road trip so I don't have to hear it. I'm sorry, Huey fans. I just don't like it. D tier for dog songs. I Dressed as a Human is an A tier song if it's Halloween, but it's June, so I'm putting it in C tier. Submerged Sasquatch is a low S tier because it feels different from a lot of the other songs on the list, and I want to put it on my playlist to see what I think. Funk Patrol is B tier. Dark and Dank is a good port robbing song, so I'll put it in A tier. Trick That Ride is C tier. I just wouldn't choose to listen to it, but it's not bad. Go For a Rip fits the dirt racetrack, but I don't particularly enjoy it, so I'm going to put it in C tier. I really like At the Docks, and it is an S tier song. It's basically the port theme, and I really enjoy that. High Alert is D tier. The difference between High Alert and In the Doghouse is that I don't like In the Doghouse, but I can appreciate it. I can't appreciate. TV Guide is A tier. I think this is the type of music I would hear in real life and enjoy passively. Weather Channel is the same as TV Guide. It's S tier because it feels like a good song I would hear in real life in a waiting room, but I actually don't mind listening to it. I actually enjoy it. Night Vision is S tier because port robbing is great and this song fits it perfectly. These next 4 songs will all go together and they are all S tier. The first is Little Boss, which is Pemberton Jr.'s theme, which I think is funny and I like it. Big Boss is the next song, and it's Pemberton's boss battle theme, so of course it's great. The next song is USS Never Coming Back, which is not just an S tier, but arguably one of the best songs, rivaled only by Sneaky Sasquatch. The song Sneaky Sasquatch is confusing. The final song is also near the top of S tier because listen to it. It's amazing. Race Against the Clock is one of the most intense Sneaky Sasquatch songs, and I like it, but only when I'm doing the ambulance job, so I will give it an A tier. I Need a Doctor is such an intense title for a chill song, but overall I think it's an A tier. I like it, and it might go on my playlist, but it could go either way. Anyways, that was me ranking all 48 of the songs in Sneaky Sasquatch. I definitely didn't miss any. If you watched this whole thing, you psychopath, then you might enjoy this video where I rank all of Sasquatch's dances. But if that video isn't out yet, then click the one on the left to watch me try and test some weird glitches. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Bye.